All right. Well, the lighting is absolutely terrible, and we're just gonna have to deal with it. I had a completely different video planned, but this is what greeted me after work today. um, so we gotta talk about it. Before this trailer came out, I was like a little worried about this adaptation, but HBO I think has a pretty good track record with adaptations. Um, so let's talk about it. I'm so excited. First of all, I will tell you I teared up. um, and I didn't expect it to hit me this much because I'm going to have a really hard time getting the original cast out of my brain. But this trailer like gives me a glimmer of hope basically of what this could be. And the fact that it's a series and not movies also gives me some hope. If they're not faithful, I'm gonna be pretty upset because they can be faithful, like completely faithful. Let's just get started with how it starts. It starts with the Dursleys, which is always gonna be super, super dark and super, super terrible to watch. Um, I'm very interested that they're gonna show things at school, which is pretty amazing and pretty exciting. But this next little piece of scenes uh, that I'm showing pictures of right here, like just those like quick little shots of Petunia really freaked me out. Like a lot. So, just really, really dark. Um, so that was really hard to watch. Just her saying like there's nothing special about you or like you're completely normal. Um, yeah. I mean the Dursleys are always super miserable. But then just like nostalgia is just like this is around the point where I teared up, like seeing the train, seeing the letter. Um, I love this shot. This one right here, I'll make it bigger. With Harry watching Mrs. Weasley saying goodbye to her kids, and you can just feel the longing just in like this little tiny scene that you don't even see much of. So, yeah, I adored this one specifically. Oh my goodness, I like can't even. I'm just like getting emotional just talking about it, and I've only watched it twice now, and I think twice, three times. I've only watched it three times now, and I'm gonna watch it again after I film because this is just. Oh my goodness, sorry. Some characters that we see that I absolutely adore. McGonagall looks great. I missed a really good picture of Hagrid, and I apologize. Hagrid is just not going to be perfect, but like I think his name was Coltrane. Um, I'll write it here. Um, he was just perfect. So this is the problem with any casting for something like this is it's just going to be not perfect because the casting before was perfect. Um, in my opinion. Obviously, like you can disagree, but I didn't even grow up with these and I feel like this is going to be really hard to have different people, but if you're going to have anyone, this is a great McGonagall. I really like this one. This actress. Um, Here's just some other shots. I really loved all the classroom settings that they had. They look very different from the movies, and I really like that a lot. Hogwarts looks different than the movies, which I'm appreciative of. I don't want it to look exactly. Here's Dumbledore and Hermione, which I really, really like a lot. Um, the whole like Snape controversy. I don't know how much I'm going to talk about it here. I think I have kind of a weird opinion on this, so I don't know whether I want to talk about this whole Snape thing or not. I guess I'll talk about it a little. I think that um, switching the race of a character is fine if it still could fit the description of the book. So, for example, Hermione, it says nothing about Hermione's skin whatsoever. Like, so obviously Hermione could be any race. Well, I mean, if they have curly hair, you know? So, like, Hermione could be any race. So, like, I don't mind the Hermione in Cursed Child. Like, that's completely fine to me. But characters like Draco Malfoy or Snape, where it's just very obvious what the author's going for, that bothers me a little bit more than, like, for example, Hermione could be anything. Even really, Harry could be anything. I don't think it talks about his race really. But like people like Draco and uh, Snape, it's just kind of like very obvious what race the author was going for, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I'm not saying it's like Ron or whatever. It's their artistic vision. They can do whatever they want. I just see more of an argument for someone being upset for Snape than like Hermione because of the description in the book is very specific. And I think I'm just a little bit too much of a book purist to be oh, what's the word? Objective about it, if that makes sense. I think I'm just a little like Harry Potter's so special to me that if it was like another series, I probably wouldn't care that much. And I really don't care that much. Like, for example, when I heard Hermione was African American in Cursed Child, I really did not care. Because, again, it could completely fit the book description. Like, completely is fine. Like, Harry could be a different race. Like, there's a lot of people. But something like, if you think about it the other way, if they made Padma Patil white, you would probably be upset. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's just my take on it. Again, I'm not upset at all. I'll still watch it. Like, it's fine. I just wish they had picked someone else to change their gender. Like, even Dumbledore could have been a different, or not gender, I'm sorry, a different race. Like, even Dumbledore could have been a different race. Like, they could have picked someone else other than someone who's very, very obviously supposed to be a specific race. But it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I really shouldn't talk about it at all. Sorry if I have a different opinion than you, but it's just my opinion. Then the last picture I took was of Ron in the cute, cute scene that they finish off with, where they're meeting on the train, and I just adored their little personalities coming out. Child actors are scary to work with because you really don't know what you're getting. And this kid seems so charming. I really hope that they do Ron justice because in the movies, they gave a lot of Ron lines to Hermione, which looking back on, I'm rather upset about because Ron is actually so much more smart than the movies give him credit for. So I'm just really excited for this little tiny scene that they ended up with because you could see their little personalities coming out. But like, can you imagine being this young and being asked to be in this role? You know what I mean? Just like, can't even imagine. So that's mostly my thoughts. Is it looks great so far. It looks beautiful. It looks Like they're really putting effort in, which is really all I ask. That they put effort into it. um, and that you can see the love. I feel like that's the key to a good adaptation, even if there are changes, is you can tell when you adapt something whether the creators love the product or not. So I think that's really all I ask, is that they create a product. The people who created it love the original. And then you know that you're at least in safe hands, even if they change one or two things that you don't agree with. Because obviously it can't be perfect. It's not the same medium. I'm not for a page by page adaptation. But if they actually have genuine love for the project, it comes out in the screen. That's why some adaptations work and some adaptations don't, because you can actually feel the love for the product coming through. So, I mean, how can you create good art if you don't love it? You know what I mean? So, that's my thoughts on it. I definitely got incredibly emotional, and I didn't expect to. There's been like a lot of drama about this, and I didn't want to be like, I don't know. I was hoping for non-dramatic, but everything has to be dramatic nowadays. So thank you for watching me in my terrible lighting. Just talk about this. I'm so surprised it's gonna be this year. That is way sooner than I expected it to come out. I thought it was gonna come out like Christmas of next year. So I will be reviewing them 100%. I'll be putting out videos every time they release like a trailer or anything. I'm definitely gonna start like an HBO subscription just for this and then cancel it as soon as I'm done. So you'll see videos of each episode like I did with Wheel of Time. Hopefully I'll be a little bit more faithful and a little quicker than Wheel of Time. But I am very, very excited, and I will definitely be talking about all of them. And getting emotional. I'm sure this book series has meant a lot to me, so I will be watching it, definitely. Let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts of this this trailer was, and please remember to be kind even if you disagree with someone, me or anyone else in the comments. Please remember to be kind in my comment section. I have a very fast trigger figure. I will just delete your comment if it's not kind, whether you agree with me or not, okay? So please be kind in the comments. That's basically my only rule about the comments. Please disagree with me all you want, but you have to do it in a kind manner, okay? All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.